21:21, 14:10, 2024. Just written. How we are nudged by social media, by psychological persuasions of our subconscious bias. Psychology, which understands our conscious underpinning that forms opinion like layers of an onion. We like to see what others do. What others see informs me. The wisdom of the crowd advises not to stand out from the crowd. The emotional body comfort zones, does not like to stand alone. The motion of the herd is to follow the leader. The motion of the fish is bottom feeder. The lost seek to be found. From flight an arrow seeks to ground. Scent of fox attracts a hound. An echo needs to start from some source of sound. A man controls a dog, yet a man's controlled by God. A bull with ring led by his nose, a dog by lead will follow where his master goes. A man controlled by what he thinks he knows. As man will feed his greed, will loose his loins to sow his seed. With greed and lust a man will thrust and think that if he can, he must. A woman's fears can lead to tears, as man's can lead to pints of beer, and both can bottle up for years that all began in childhood jeers. In old age, all that seemed a lot can easily be forgot. When wisdoms grow, when what I thought becomes we know, the wisdom of the ages, of the poets and the sages, fades from ancient pages when time will come to end. The past will itself transcend, timelines will come full circle, spiral sphere. The future will at last be here, and where we were once led by fear, now love for everyone held dear. Forgiving and forgetting, not leading then, but letting each one, as every one is a soul, soul star as sun. What once was war for more, in truth our spirit's nature won. Those traumas that our dramas fought, what numbers know, all comes to naught. Nirvana is a dream of thought. The whole divided questions why falls into pieces of the pie. Charts, birth relations, sailing ships, seamen swim inside of hips. Lost at sea or found by egg, the ovum grows a heart and head, and arms and legs with fingers and toes. This tadpole forms in flesh, to know that life is love, yet life will throw all kinds of pain, filled strife to grow. Like bitter winds of snow will blow, yet frozen fingers warm and glow. Of fires bright with light will show what humans will survive till death, will fight to live, revive and save. Every breath of life to struggle brave, to make a home life in a cave for like the baby in the womb. Life wills to live and make some room before the grave, like mushroom spores. Life's dying breath breathes life once more. And so, despite the fact of humans dying, humans reproduce more, multiplying up to this point where humankind is bottlenecked with hatred, blind with greed. The one-eyed man is king and thinks that waging wars will win the human race. With spite disgraced, his overflowing cup with poisons laced. Grim war scores of soldiers with scarred face trace their fingers on the trigger points, his gun upon the ground with the barrel stuck up to his chin to spill his own blood like his bottle of gin. Fallen to the floor, his fatal flaw, he's lost his will to win this war. This king has blown his crown wide open from all the things he'd wished, he'd spoken, all his mighty nights from nightmares woken, all the promises of love held too tightly broken. All the voices in his head said, leave her. Finger on the triggered lever, pulled upon the heartstrings, reached out to reach his grave, and final thought for which he'd fought, the world is for the taking. Painstaking, his heart aching, back arching, pit of hell in his stomach, searching for a winged prayer, to wish upon his death head skulls stare, a wish with which to receive death's kiss. He hoped this world he'd taken so seriously for granted would grant his dying wish to be forgiving love.
Happy birthday, Tara. Almost.
Thanks to
50. It's a milestone. Maybe a few gallstones.
I don't have those at the moment, ever yet.
Yeah. So I wrote that, and I wasn't going to write anything, and I was just going to write a thing about social media. That's why the start of it has nothing to do with the poem. Yeah, I was just going to share an old writing as a comment underneath the pin post and add a bit to it as an introduction. And then my rational mind got shoved over by my irrational poeticness. And it ended up like that. And then, damn comment had too many spaces in it and Facebook wouldn't let me post it. And then I thought I'd lost what I just created and it was gone. And then I panicked and then I found it wasn't gone. And then I copy pasted it from the comment that was too long. And then started to post it on, what's it called? Substack. And then I wrote a little bit more to end it, which is when I came down to you saying, my dinner's going cold.